welcome to How to Run a Successful Business and Still Have a Life. My name is Stacey Morgan, and today's episode is brought to you by Simply Business Accelerator. Enroll today for our May intake, where we're going to be talking about messaging and marketing in your business. You can enroll now at simplystaceymorgan.com. Today, we're talking about one of my favorite things. Of course, last week we talked about our why and finding our why. Today, we're talking about your vision, the vision that you have for your business. I love talking about vision and mission and values, and they're going to be coming up as topics in the next couple of weeks. But for me, this is really where we get into the nitty-gritty of why we start our businesses in the first place. Of course, many of us start our business not necessarily because we are excited about running a business, but because we have a passion about something we'd like to share with others. We have a need to serve. We have something that we want to share. We have an impact that we want to be able to make on the world. And through our own business, we are able to live that out. And the best way to be able to explain that to all of the stakeholders in our business is to be able to create a really strong vision for our business and a vision for the future. So my definition of a vision for your company is a broad view of how your company is going to leave an impact on customers and the greater community for years to come. And if you haven't set time aside to sit down and write out your vision statement, then I totally encourage you, as part of this series, to make some time, set some time aside, and to get stuck into writing not just your vision, but in the next couple of episodes, your mission and your values as well. Now, when it comes to your vision, I have a series of questions. And if you would like to download this as a worksheet, you can do that at simplystaceymorgan.com/download. But here are the questions that I like to ask myself when I'm putting together a vision for my business. First of all, I want to know what made you start the business. Why do you get out of bed in the morning getting excited about the business that you are going to? What kind of impact are you making on the world? It's really important to know. And that often is easily told in the story of where the business came from in the first place. So have a think about how you started your business and what really inspired you to start in the first place. Think about who you serve with your business. Who is your target market? Who are the people that you are going to be really selling to? Or who are your people that come in and you go, they're my people? They walk through your door and you go, oh, good, they're back. Who are those people that you are serving? And what's the best part of what you do? What's your favorite part about your job? What's the best part about what you do and what you do for others within your business or within your company? What do you love about your work? I think it's really important to think about all of the things that you love about going to work in the morning and helping those kind of simmer around in being able to figure out and formulate that vision for your business. What is it that you do really well at your business? Of course, there are plenty of people, plenty of competitors out there in the market offering exactly the same thing that you do. But what is it that you do really well? What is it that your customers remark is really impressive to them? What are the things that they keep coming back for more? Because this is super important in being able to figure out the impact that you have and figure out exactly what it is that differentiates you in the market. What kind of impact do you want to have on your customers? Do you have a brand that you want them to keep coming back for? Do you have a business where retention is important? You want them to not just walk in to your front door or into your shop one time. You want them to keep coming back, or is it that they come in once, they have a great experience, and then they move on? And then the bigger picture from that is not just in the lives of your individual customers, but what kind of impact do you want to have on your community? And what kind of things can you do to make sure that your business is actually helping and contributing to the community of people that are around you? And then the last question I like to ask is, what would people say if you disappeared, if you weren't there tomorrow? I would really love to know, what is it for your business and your company that people would say if you disappeared? It's always a great question to finish on. So when you're thinking about your vision, the way I develop my vision is I ask 5 main questions. Who is doing it? So who is delivering it? What are they doing in the business? Who are they doing it to? For example, the customers, or who are they attracting? How are they doing it? How is it happening? And then what is the impact? So when it comes to the who is doing it, we're talking about the company. So maybe that's where we put in the company name. Maybe that's where we put in the community of people you've got around you. And we put that up front. The next thing is, who are they doing it to? So for example, you can talk about Port Macquarie Performing Arts as my company. And so my vision starts off with Port Macquarie Performing Arts is helping the young people of our area. So who are they doing it to? Who are we doing these dance classes to? We're doing them for local kids. What are they doing? Well, we're building dance classes. What is it that your company does? Have a think about exactly what it is that you offer. And that's where that pops into that section of the vision. And then how are they doing it? And this is really the important part that goes back to those questions we were asking about the impact that you have and what makes you different in the market. So we could just say that Port Macquarie Performing Arts is doing dance classes for kids. But anyone can say they're jumping around and doing dance classes for kids. But at Port Macquarie Performing Arts, actually what we do is we do quality dance education. We do fantastic experiences, like extraordinary experiences for our students. We have great programs. We do intensive workshops. We give them next level education. We are really an education institution rather than just an after school hobby. So those kind of things go into my vision there. So already we have who is doing it, Port Macquarie Performing Arts. Who are they doing it to? Local kids. What are they doing? They're building confidence through dance classes with quality dance education. That is how they are doing it. We are delivering a quality dance education. And what is the impact? That's the really big thing that rounds this all off. So the big impact that we have at Port Macquarie Performing Arts is that we are building lifelong lovers of the arts. And that's important to us because we don't just want kids to come into our dance studio and love the dance class that they do. We want them to grow up loving dance and then not necessarily having to go on and do dance as a career, but loving dance throughout their life. So wanting to go to the theatre, wanting to take their children to dance classes and take their children to see a show and to be involved in the arts. That's the important lifelong impact that we have at Port Macquarie Performing Arts. So if you answer all of those questions and put together your own vision, you can come up with something that is really impactful and that can really help translate the information of or the message of what you do and why that's important to all of the stakeholders in your business, because you want buy-in from your audience. Of course you do. Your customers, they're going to give, if they're going to hand over their money, they want to know what it's for and what you're about. But you also want buy-in from your team as well. You want buy-in from your team so that they get behind the vision for the company and then they are in the studio acting it out, or they're in the shop acting it out, or they're at their desk acting it out for you. Acting it out is probably not the right word there because we don't want anybody to be acting, obviously, but because that insinuates that they're performing and they don't believe it. I'm lucky that I have a great staff, a great team around me that all, really believe in the vision that we have for my business. And so that is, that comes quite easily for them. But that's because we've been developing our vision together for the last 11 years. If you get buy-in from your team, if you include them as part of the vision development phase, then you will find you'll get great buy-in from them as well. And the final stakeholder you want to think about is your community. Of course, you want great brand awareness in your community. You want to be able to have impact in your community, and your vision will really help explain how you can do that if you word it really well. So, of course, all of our episodes are always chock-a-block through full of tangible takeaways that you can go away and get stuck into. If you want to download all of the questions you need to create your own vision for your own company, you can do that at simplystacymorgan.com/downloads. Of course, this episode is brought to you by Simply Business Accelerator. We are kicking off our May edition and you can join us. You can enroll today. May is all about messaging and marketing, and you can enroll at simplystacymorgan.com. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. And if you have, please take a screenshot and put it on your Insta story. And of course, tag us. I'm at Simply Stacey Morgan. When all parts of the business or your business are healthy and working together, they fuel profitable and sustainable growth. If you're not sure how healthy your business is, you can take the survey at simplystacymorgan.com. Just click on the Learn with Stacey tab. If you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, please make sure you do. It's called How to Run a Successful Business and Still Have a Life. I really hope you can join us. We are here every week giving you bite-sized business tips and tangible takeaways to help you take your business to the next level. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you next week.